Have you ever wondered how a single person's actions can transform the entire world? What does it take to stand against the tide of convention and make a lasting impact? Today, we're journeying through the lives of incredible women whose courage, intelligence, and resilience shattered barriers and redefined history. From scientists to activists, from aviators to artists, these women didn't just challenge the status quo, they rewrote it. Curious to know who they are and how they changed our world? Stay with us, hit that subscribe button, and join us in celebrating the extraordinary women who didn't just exist in history, they shaped it. Number 1. Marie Curie. Think of a world baffled by radioactivity, and then comes Marie Curie, a trailblazing woman in the 1890s science scene. Born in Warsaw, Poland in 1867, she turned her early passion for learning into a saga of discoveries. Despite the double trouble of being a woman and financially strapped, Curie didn't just dip her toes, but dived headfirst into the scientific world. She and her husband, Pierre Curie, discovered radium and polonium, shedding light on the mysterious world of atoms and radioactivity. Imagine Marie not in a lab coat, but on World War I battlegrounds with her portable X-ray units, aptly named Little Curies. These machines were like superheroes in a war zone, saving thousands of soldiers. But here's the twist. Her groundbreaking work came with a shadow. Prolonged exposure to radiation took a toll on her health. Marie Curie, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the only person to win in 2 different sciences, left us a legacy that's not just in the dusty pages of history books. Number 2. Rosa Parks. Let's time travel to Montgomery, Alabama, 1955. Picture this: a bus, a woman, and a seat. Rosa Parks, a seamstress and a secretary for the NAACP, turned that ordinary bus ride into a defining moment for civil rights. Her calm, dignified refusal to give up her seat to a white passenger wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment act. It was a deliberate stand against the injustice of segregation. This moment sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, where for 381 days, the African-American community walked and carpooled, saying no to segregation. It wasn't easy though. There were threats, and Rosa even lost her job. But guess what? Their perseverance paid off when the Supreme Court put its foot down against bus segregation. But Rosa's story didn't end there. She kept the spirit of activism alive, working for Congressman John Conyers and founding the Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute for Self-Development. Number 3. Malala Yousafzai. In the picturesque but tumultuous Swat Valley, Pakistan, a young girl named Malala Yousafzai decided to speak up for what many take for granted: education. Malala's story is one of extraordinary courage in the face of terror. In 2012, her advocacy for girls' education made her a target, and she was shot by the Taliban. But guess what? That bullet didn't silence her. It amplified her voice across the globe. Malala, recovering from her injuries, became an unstoppable force. In 2014, at just 17, she became the youngest person ever to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. But she didn't just sit back and bask in the glory. She doubled down on her mission, speaking at the UN, writing a best-selling book, and setting up the Malala Fund, all focused on empowering girls through education. Number 4. Amelia Earhart. Let's zoom back to 1932. Amelia Earhart, not just a pilot, but a sky-conquering hero, makes headlines as the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. But Amelia's story is more than just a daring flight. It's a tale of a woman who looked out the sky and said, "Why not me?" She wasn't just content with her own achievements, she wanted to open the skies for all women. Enter the 99s, an organization she helped found to support female aviators. But Amelia's ambitions soared even higher. She attempted to fly around the world, a journey that added a touch of mystery to her legacy with her unexplained disappearance over the Pacific in 1937. Number 5. Harriet Tubman. Now picture this: a world where freedom is a dream for many. Into this world steps Harriet Tubman, born into slavery in Maryland around 1822. But Harriet wasn't one to stay put. She escaped slavery in 1849, but here's the twist. She went back not once, but 19 times to help over 300 slaves escape via the Underground Railroad. But surprise, this network of secret routes wasn't an actual railroad, but a lifeline to freedom. Harriet, often called Moses, was never caught and never lost a passenger. Her bravery didn't take a back seat post-Civil War. She became a powerful voice for women's rights and suffrage. Number 6. Jane Goodall. Now let's swing into the Tanzanian jungles with Jane Goodall. In the 1960s, this intrepid British woman did something extraordinary. She lived among chimpanzees. No, she didn't just observe them from afar. She became part of their world. Jane, with no formal scientific training at the time, showed that chimpanzees make and use tools, a trait once thought to be uniquely human. Her findings turned the scientific community on its head. But Jane's impact goes beyond just research papers. She redefined our relationship with animals, showing that we're not so different after all. Jane's love for chimps didn't stop in the jungle. She became a leading voice in conservation and animal welfare, founding the Jane Goodall Institute. Number 7. Frida Kahlo. Let's now step into the world of Frida Kahlo, born in 1907 in Mexico, where every brushstroke tells a history. Imagine turning physical and emotional pain into a vivid tapestry of colors and emotions. That was Frida's superpower. Her life was a roller coaster marked by a severe bus accident at 18, causing lifelong pain and numerous surgeries. Instead of succumbing to despair, Frida channeled her struggles into art. Her paintings, they're not just pictures, they're confessions of her soul infused with symbolism and rich Mexican culture. Frida's art defied norms, fearlessly exploring themes of identity, gender, and politics. She was more than an artist, she was a symbol of resilience and authenticity. Number 8. Wangari Maathai. Enter Wangari Maathai, a woman who looked at the barren lands of Kenya and saw potential for life. Born in 1940 in the lush central highlands of Kenya, Maathai witnessed firsthand the destructive impact of deforestation on the environment and local communities. But she didn't just watch, she acted. In 1977, she founded the Green Belt Movement, a grassroots organization that wasn't just about planting trees, but sowing seeds of change. This movement empowered women, giving them the tools and knowledge to plant trees, thus fighting soil erosion, providing firewood, and restoring their environment. Wangari's vision was green in every sense, promoting sustainable living and women's rights. Her tireless efforts and advocacy for democracy and peace earned her the Nobel Peace Prize in 2004, making her a beacon of hope and environmental stewardship. Number 9. Maya Angelou. Picture Maya Angelou, a woman who turned a tumultuous and traumatic childhood into a symphony of words that resonate with millions. Born in 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri, Angelou's early years were marked by hardship and struggle, including a period of muteness after a traumatic event. But like a phoenix, Maya rose from the ashes. Her writing, especially in works like I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, is not just storytelling. It's a journey through the human experience filled with pain, resilience, and hope. Angelo was a Renaissance woman, a poet, singer, dancer, and activist. She worked with Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, lending her voice to the civil rights movement. Her words, both spoken and written, were a powerful mix of honesty, elegance, and strength. Number 10. Katherine Johnson. Imagine a world where human spaceflight hinges on the brilliance of a mathematician's mind. Enter Katherine Johnson, a mathematical genius born in 1918 in West Virginia. Growing up at a time when African American women faced immense racial and gender barriers, Katherine's love for numbers broke through every obstacle. She joined NASA, then NACA in its early days, armed with a pencil, a slide rule, and a mind that could calculate the universe. Katherine's calculations were crucial for the success of many missions, including Alan Shepard's historic flight and the Apollo 11 moon landing. Picture this. Her complex trajectories and precise calculations helped astronauts safely navigate space and return home. If these stories of remarkable women have inspired you, then give us a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Together, let's continue to celebrate and learn from these extraordinary women who didn't just live in history, they made history.